really possible to stop thinking about food all the time? I mean, it's not like alcohol, is it, where you can avoid going into pubs? Food is around us everywhere. So how the hell can you stop thinking about it? Well, in this video, we're going to have a look at what not to do and what to do in order to get food freedom. And it is a lot easier than you think. Okay, Emily, you've managed a whole day and not eaten anything. I'm so proud of you, even though you're so hungry. What was it that Kate Moss once said? Nothing tastes as good as being skinny feels. Eat the chocolate, eat the chocolate, eat the chocolate. Oh, Emily, you've got this so wrong. This dieting mentality is exactly what's keeping you stuck. You see, it's not your body that's craving all of that crappy food, it's your mind. And the whole time you deprive yourself of something, that mind leaps in and it just wants it even more. So you're in this constant battle with yourself, and willpower only lasts so long. Then it runs out, and that's when you reach for the food. It's impossible to resist. The more you tell yourself you can't have something, the more you'll want it. But what will also happen is that you'll deprive yourself to the point that you want to tear your hair out. And at that point, you'll have deprived yourself for so long that you will massively over binge like a cookie monster, because all logic and reason will have completely gone out the window. And then you're powerless over food. So I'm giving food too much power? Precisely that. You have to move out of that dieting mentality. How many years have you been on a diet? Well, since my teens and then most of my adult life. And how has that worked out for you? I've lost a few pounds, then I always put it back on again, and then some. And I've spent all that time being bloody miserable. So, Emily, time to stop depriving yourself, and when you do that, you'll automatically eat less. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Do not have the food, do not have the food, do not have the food. Ah! Jesus, you scared the life out of me. Why can't I stop wanting to eat the entire fridge? I am doing the deep breathing that my coach told me to do every time I want to binge, but it isn't working. No. Emily, this is so wrong. Again, I'm not being funny, but when you desperately want to binge, someone telling you to breathe in and breathe out when that Mars bar is dangling in your face, it just ain't gonna cut it. I just don't get it. Other chocolate bars are available because you've already decided long before you got to the fridge that you were going to have that food. What? Let me explain. The actions that you take in life are determined by how you feel. How you feel is determined by what you think, and your thinking is driven by the belief system that you have about yourself and your world. Now, when you've got a big set of negative beliefs about yourself, and with overeating, the most common beliefs people have about themselves are, I'm not good enough, I don't matter, everyone else is more important than me, I have no value. When you have these beliefs, your unconscious thinking and internal dialogue is going to be more negative, and your actions will respond accordingly. For example, if you go for a new job and you don't get it, the thought is, well, I just screw up everything, reinforcing your I'm not good enough belief. The feelings might be upset, despair, unhappiness, and your mind is going to want to take that pain away, so it will seek out comfort to make you feel better. And what gives instant comfort? Food, of course. So you head to the fridge. But if you actually believe you're good enough, your thought process is going to be totally different. If you don't get the job, you won't make it mean anything bad about you. You reframe the situation and think to yourself, well, that company didn't fit in my values anyway, or there's a better opportunity waiting out there for me. Your feelings then become hopeful rather than despair, and your action becomes looking for another opportunity rather than reaching for food. A complete difference. Right, so my decision making is determined long before the action happens. And I guess no amount of deep breathing is going to work until I start to look at what's driving my behaviour, my beliefs and thoughts, and change those. You got it. So what happened today, do you think, to make you head to the fridge? I don't know. I just felt bad after work. What happened at work? I had a couple of meetings and they didn't go well because I just didn't speak up in them. And then when I finally did, I completely said the wrong thing. How do you know that? I just do. I always say the wrong thing. I'm really stupid like that. Aha! So there we have it. The meaning that you made of the situation with zero evidence to support it. I'm stupid. That's what's leading you to use food to feel better. And by the way, if you want more support with this, click on the link in my bio and you'll get access to my free masterclass, The 5 Shifts to End Emotional Eating Forever. Oh yeah, I see now. It's the pain in my head that I'm giving myself that makes me want to overeat, but I'm the only one who has control of my thoughts. So I have to change those beliefs and thoughts to change the actions. Thanks, Emily. Okay, Emily, it's been like a whole 2 days and you haven't lost a bloody pound. You really are useless at this. Such a failure. You're a loser. I knew you wouldn't be able to stick at it. You'll always be a fat, disgusting, repulsive blob. Well, of course you were bloody well going to do that. You're such a loser. A complete waste of space. Whoa there, what on earth is going on here? What's happened? I just got back from seeing my counsellor and I felt shit. So I thought I'd cheer myself up by seeing how much weight I'd lost. But the scales haven't moved, so that made me feel even worse. So then I wanted to make myself feel better, hence the chocolate. But now I feel even more disgusted with myself than before. How long have you been seeing your counsellor for? I don't know, a few years now. And what do you talk about? Usually all the things that are going wrong in my life and my crappy childhood. I thought the scales would cheer me up, but they just made me feel worse. Okay, here's another reason why you're stuck. Going over and over past events, it keeps you miserable. You have to move on from that space. Yes, we have to understand the past to understand why we behave in the ways that we do, but most importantly, we have to move forwards. The sessions you're going to, they're just keeping you in that past pain. The wounds, they need to be healed, not stabbed at. And when you add all the horrific things you're saying to yourself onto that, you're just keeping yourself in pain. Is it surprising then that you use food to feel better? Food helps dampen the emotions. It gives you the feel-good hormones that your mind needs to operate well. I think I'm starting to get it all a bit more now. Everything I've been doing in the past, all the ways that we're taught are right, are all actually wrong, and they're keeping me on a loop of feeling terrible about myself. Yes, and it all boils down to mindset. Your mindset is the #1 factor that will help or hinder you from finding food freedom. But you don't need to spend years in therapy resolving this, and you don't need to diet either. What you need to do is to reprogram and rewire your mind. Reprogram? That sounds hard. No, it's easy, and I'm here to help you make it happen. Just hit like and subscribe and you'll get more videos like this one to help you get food freedom!